Ciao belli! These are B and Matt, and welcome to the channel where everything is gluten-free and authentically Italian. Today we're going to show you one of the recipes that will definitely save your time. We are talking about aglio, olio e peperoncino, or as we say in Rome,
AglioOlio&Peperoncino.
we give a good news to our vegan and vegetarian friends. In fact, today's recipe only includes ingredients from nature. Matt will introduce us the ingredients.
Okay, so we have olio, which is oil, we have aglio, which is garlic, and we have peperoncino, which is give it away now, red hot chili peppers.
Ammazza che bravo! You have to know that Matt is learning English with this cooking session, and he promised me that in each video he will give us his contribution speaking in English.
Of course I will.
Bye. You have to know that Matteo is learning English.
Matt!
You have to know that Matt is learning English with this cooking session, and he promised me that he will give his contribution in each video speaking in English.
Of course I will.
What we are going to show you today is the typical mish.
Mish. Amish. Siete con gli amici? Siete con gli amici a casa, con gli amici?
Perché è mio e di. What we are going to show you today is the typical meal that is very appreciated in this kind of situation. You're at a friend's house, you have wine and dined, midnight strokes, 100% guaranteed, someone suddenly will say.
Se famo un aglio,
Which means, shall we make the fastest Italian pasta? At this proposal, nobody will decline. In fact, it is also known as the midnight snack, and from generation to generation, this is a tradition that will never end. The good thing of this recipe is that you don't need to pay too much attention to the weight of ingredients. In fact, you can make it more or less spicy, you can choose to put more or less garlic, but the important thing is that this recipe do not save any oil, which must be a good quality one. In fact, what makes a real aglio, olio and peperoncino is that when you eat it, the chin must be greased. Before we start, let's see together the story of this pasta version.
The story.
Before we start, let's see together the story of this pasta version. Its origin brings us to Campania, which is a region in the southern part of Italy where, for example, we can find Naples, Sorrento, Salerno.
Also Capri.
We have to say that it's a poor recipe. In fact, the most common version is that this was the meal prepared by the farmer wives, as the main ingredient was easily available thanks to the olive trees that they cultivated. This dish is also known as olive garlic.
Oil!
This dish is also known as olive.
Oil! Oil! Oil!
This dish is also known as oil, garlic, red hot chili peppers, and escaped clams, because at that time, fish as well as meat were food only consumed by the wealthier. So this brings poor people to eat the same dish, but saying that the clams ran away. For today's recipe, we have selected De Cecco gluten-free range linguine number 7. Linguine are different from spaghetti. They are both long and thin, but while spaghetti have a round shape, linguine are flat. De Cecco is a very popular brand in Italy, and they recently created a gluten-free range, so it is a great option if you're able to find it. Firstly, start boiling your water. Then, pour some extra virgin olive oil into a pan. May I remind you that you will find all the ingredients for this recipe for 4 people at the end of this video. Now it's garlic time. Cut it into small slices. Usually we use 2 cloves per person, except if it is for me. I absolutely love garlic. I'm a vampire's worst enemy. When the garlic has been cut, crush the red hot chili pepper. Do remember to wash your hands just after doing this action to avoid preparing the rest of this recipe in tears, just as when Leonardo DiCaprio died in the Titanic. I know you did. Shed tears. If you see the oil frying too much, lower the heat or flame to avoid burning the garlic. Saute it lightly and move it around in the pan to help the garlic cook on both sides. Then turn off the heat as the garlic reaches a golden appearance. We'll come back to it later. Now, let's add in the boiling water our friend Mr. Cornstarch. It will help cook the pasta as if it is a normal pasta. If you want to know more about this step, please check out our cacio e pepe recipe. Add the salt when the water starts to boil. This helps the water boil faster. Add the linguine for a relaxing bath of 12 minutes. Italian pasta is traditionally served al dente, which means not overcooked. So our suggestion is to let our linguine cook for 10 minutes. The positive aspect of this pasta is that it respects the cooking time, and it is very suitable for today's seasoning, thanks to the bronze color and texture which give us the right porous effect for the oil to collect on the pasta. These linguine are made with rice, corn, sorghum and teff. Before draining linguine, turn on the heat or flame again and put some pasta water into a pan with the oil, garlic and chili pepper. For a recipe for 4 people, we suggest about 3 small ladles. When the linguine are cooked, drain them into the pan and stir vigorously to mix them perfectly in with the sauce. We are now ready to serve, and we serve it in the Italian traditional way, just like every Italian trattoria, where the plates are always full of pasta. You must know that Italians are always afraid that their guests don't eat enough or don't get enough to eat. Minimal ingredients, easy, fast, and delicious. Simplicity is this great recipe. We love it. For some, it is the symbol of our friendship. During a wonderful evening of laughter and entertainment, it is a honor for someone to propose this dish at midnight amongst friends and family. A valuable, respectful tradition. Buon appetito!